today. From Bills Stadium in Orchard Park, New York, it's Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports. Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills versus Teddy Bridgewater and the New England Patriots.
We are just about 4 miles off the shore of Lake Erie at Bills Stadium in Orchard Park, New York.
The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New England Patriots and the Buffalo Bills. Hello, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at the Bills entering play here. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Patriots, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Cunningham now to return.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And there was a lot of good to watch in the game last week. He threw 4 touchdown passes. A little bit of concern throwing the 2 interceptions.
Yeah, and the 2 pick.
Yeah, you want the ratio really to be closer to 3-1 as opposed to the 2-1 that he had. But it is something to build on. They did get the win, didn't they?
Yep. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Brings up second and 7.
On second down, McCaffrey. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
He's got exactly what you're looking for. The ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
And that is incomplete.
Allen's pass. Incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They do go for it. Here's Allen. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Patriots take over. They're going to have terrific field position. So here are the Patriots now in excellent field position to start things out. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll be taken out by the product of the University of Louisville, the talented Teddy Bridgewater.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. On second down and 4. Bridgewater looking up here with Trent Taylor. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
New England.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Fournette, the ball carrier.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Harrison Smith.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette.
Leonard Fournette on the carry.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Never ideal conditions in the snow for a kicker, but the first test on the opening drive, he passed it.
He certainly did. You know what the unit told me was their biggest issue playing in the snow? You just worry about something getting in your eye as the ball is snapped, and then you might miss it, and there goes 3 points off the board.
Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself, at this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The end result, 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 39-yard line.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. He'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
No, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
A 48-yard attempt.
Rosas' kick is good. And the Bills are going to tie the game at 3.
The game at 3-3.
It'll maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
A lane to run there is Fournette, able to get about 7 on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now Leonard Fournette, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
On 3rd and 1, here's Bridgewater. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
And Fournette with a first down carry as he works his way forward for a nice pickup of about 6.
These two teams all tied after 1.
Tied 3-3.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Bridgewater now from the 50. Catch made, it's Moreau. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 40. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
And the Patriot first down.
They'll run with Fournette. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
It's a gain of 6. First down, New England.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
His throw incomplete. Cortland Sutton is the man he was looking for, but it's going to be 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. From the gun, Bridgewater.
That's complete to his running back, Taylor.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
To the air again with Bridgewater. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown.
Number 14.
Cortland Sutton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots have taken the lead.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
Buffalo set to get the football back here.
And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Throw left side, complete. That's James. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he goes out right around the 39. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
From the gun, it's Allen. He's letting it fly for Cooks. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down.
No!
So instead of fourth down, first down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because third down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
That's complete right around the 8. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. T. Higgins, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game.
And no matter how it comes about, when you get good field position, you have to make the defense pay. Short fields usually make for good offense.
Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So that drive for 4 plays, and it culminates in a Bills touchdown.
Set to kick off.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Marcel Darius flies in at 331 pounds for the sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. On the draw, this is Fournette. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. To throw, Bridgewater. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Allen, he completes it to Julio Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete. So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and the Patriots take over. New England trying to get a place on offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
A run with Fournette there as he'll push this forward for about 4 on 1st down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The pass there complete to Sutton. And he's got a 1st down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning.
1st down, Patriots.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
A loss of 6 yards.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the 1st down sack. Bridgewater's
pass.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Fournette running out of the gun. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
A 5-yard pickup.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
In punt formation.
Taken in at the 11. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. From the gun, Allen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And 3 yards to go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Allen. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well inside the 25. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. On first down, Allen. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Makes the score Bills 13, Patriots 10.
Well, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
And he's going to have the first down as they move into field goal range here at the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute. But first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And they have just about gone to halftime with the Panthers out on top. The Panthers still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, we'll head down to the Big Easy. Check on the Saints at home at the Superdome. And it's the visiting Minnesota Vikings who are out in front. 2 touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie. See what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. And they've got the lead over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. A touchdown right there for Phillip Lindsay. In the game you're watching, it was Josh Allen who was on target in that first half. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half.
Aldrich Rosa set to kick off.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
Now comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Oftentimes, we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now Fournette. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Now an option play on second down.
Fournette, again, the ball carrier.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Third and short yardage, Bridgewater. And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
A loss of 7 yards.
Well, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
37 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are the Bills to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw, it's Allen. That's taken in by Higgins. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
10 at the 44-yard line.
From the gun, Allen. Oh, he'll take a shot from McCaffrey downfield. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Good strength, gets him a little extra and gets them some breathing room as he's tackled shy of the 10.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. So that one will be accepted. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. On the ground, McCaffrey. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to take this down close to the 1st as he's brought down at the Patriots' 41. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Christian McCaffrey.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish an inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. And he finds Seals-Jones complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the...
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
New England trying to get to place on offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, That is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. To throw again on second down. Bridgewater. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Here's Bridgewater. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That third down conversion good for 23.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Bridgewater. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Portland Sutton, incomplete. Harrison Smith on the coverage.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Bridgewater again. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking to go back to Sutton there, and now it's third down.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And again, it's Bridgewater. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. Past the 20. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Rosas to add the extra point. And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is.
Aldrich Rosas set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard.
Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Back to it after the pick 6. Bridgewater. He's got Herndon, his tight end. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Decent start there to the drive. Big hill to climb, needing 2 touchdowns, also a 2 two-point conversion.
So, partner, how do you eat an elephant?
I don't eat an elephant. Who eats elephant?
But if you do it one bite at a time. Okay. That's the way they've got to play this, one play at a time. Yes, there's urgency, but they have to be careful as well.
Let's go with like a 50-ounce ribeye. One bite at a time.
All right, I'm with you.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
And a Patriot first down.
Bridgewater. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward.
And he coughed it up. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
He's taken down.
Big Andrew Billings there on the stop. The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 yards there, first down.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up second and 7. They'll run with McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds. That good for 19 and a first down.
That's good.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that pushes the lead up to 23.
Set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard
The Patriots ready to try again on offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. First down throw for Bridgewater. And that is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked by Jeff Gladney. And he is going to score. It's a pick-6 and a Bills touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick-6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And the lead is now an even 30. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Aldrich Rosa set to kick off.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And now out come the Patriots. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. After the pick-6, they go right back to the air. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. going to go as a loss of 4. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. First down, Bridgewater. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Right back to him for 10 more and a first.
First down, New England.
And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bills, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And next week they get to stay home again as the Los Angeles Chargers come to town. Meanwhile for New England, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.